You're tuned in to the English Up Podcast.
Brought to you by the Speak English with Us.
Okay, real talk. This morning, how long did it take you to check your phone after your alarm went off?
Oh, do not ask me that.
I am asking. Because I timed myself yesterday. 11 seconds. 11.
That is impressively fast, and also a little concerning.
Right? And by the time I actually got out of bed, I had already seen 3 pieces of news I did not need, 2 messages I could not reply to yet, and 1 video of a dog that was admittedly very cute.
The dog was worth it, though.
The dog was 100% worth it, but the rest of it, my brain was already full, and my day had not even started.
That is exactly what we are talking about today. Welcome to English Up Podcast. I am Alex.
And I am Emma. This is a B1 level episode, perfect for intermediate learners. And if you are a beginner, you are absolutely welcome here too.
Today we are talking about the first 5 minutes after your alarm goes off. We will share 2 tiny habits that can completely change how your whole day feels. And trust me, one of them is going to surprise you.
Stay until the end for our word tour. 5 expressions that will make you sound like a natural English speaker. And there is one thing we discovered about morning routines that completely changed how we think about focus and creativity. We will get to that in about 10 minutes.
But first, we want to know about you. Right now, before we go any further,
Here is your question. What is the very first thing you do after your alarm goes off? Not what you wish you did, what you actually do.
drop it in the comments. Just one thing. It can be 1 word, 1 sentence, whatever feels right. We read every single one.
And later in this episode, we will give you one tiny trick that makes those first 5 minutes work for you instead of against you. But first, let us talk about why this even matters.
Because it turns out, those 5 minutes, they are more powerful than most people realize.
A lot more powerful. Stay with us.
So I want to tell you about a Tuesday. A very specific Tuesday about 3 weeks ago.
Oh, I feel like I know where this is going.
You probably do. So my alarm went off at 7. And I had this plan. I was going to wake up, feel refreshed, get straight to work on a project I had been putting off for days.
A solid plan.
A beautiful plan. And then I picked up my phone. Just to check the time. That was the only reason.
Just to check the time. Sure.
And 40 minutes later, I was watching a video about the history of vending machines in Japan.
No way.
Fascinating content, by the way. Genuinely. But by the time I actually sat down at my desk, something felt off. Like my brain was already tired, already cluttered. And I had not done a single thing yet.
I know that feeling so well. It is like you start the day already behind, even though technically nothing bad happened.
Exactly that. And the worst part, I could not focus for the rest of the morning. I kept switching between tasks. I was not really present in any of them.
So what changed? Because you seem suspiciously calm about mornings now.
I had a conversation with my friend Priya. She is one of those people who just seems to have it together, you know? And I asked her, "What do you do first thing in the morning?"
And?
She said she does not touch her phone for the first 5 minutes, not even to check the time. She has an actual alarm clock on her nightstand.
An actual alarm clock, like a physical one.
A physical one. And in those 5 minutes, she does one thing. She drinks a glass of water, and she thinks about the one most important thing she needs to do that day. just one.
That sounds almost too simple.
That is what I said. And she looked at me and said, Alex, simple is the point.
Okay, I love Priya.
She is great. But here's what got me thinking. Why does it actually work? Like, is there a real reason behind it? Or is it just a nice idea?
And that is where it gets really interesting. Because there is a reason, a very specific science-backed reason.
Tell them.
So there is something called cognitive load theory. And the basic idea is this. Your brain has a limited amount of mental energy at any given time.
So basically, your brain is like a battery.
Exactly like a battery. And here is the thing about mornings. When you first wake up, that battery is full. Your brain is in what researchers call a white slate state, fresh, clear, ready to focus.
Which sounds amazing.
It is amazing, but the moment you start to scroll mindlessly through your phone, news, messages, social media, videos about vending machines,
Allegedly.
you're filling that white slate with other people's content, other people's emotions, other people's priorities, and your own brain. It never gets a chance to wake up on its own terms.
So by the time you actually start your day, your cognitive load is already heavy.
Already heavy. And that is why you feel scattered. That is why focus feels so hard. It is not a willpower problem. It is not a discipline problem.
It is a brain problem.
It is a brain problem, and a very fixable one.
That reframe hit me hard when I first heard it. Because I always thought I was just lazy in the mornings, like something was wrong with me.
And so many people feel that way. They think, why can I not just be more intentional about how I start my day?
But they are already starting from a deficit, before they have even had breakfast.
Before they have even had breakfast. And here is what I find fascinating. The people who seem to have the most productive mornings, they are not doing anything dramatic. They are not waking up at 5 a.m. and running 10 kilometers.
Thank goodness.
They are just protecting that first window, those first few minutes. They are being intentional about what gets into their brain before the world does.
It is like, you know how some people say, do not read emails first thing in the morning? This is the same idea, but for your entire mental state.
Exactly. You are setting the tone for the whole day in those first 5 minutes, whether you realize it or not.
And most of us are setting it accidentally.
Most of us are handing that power straight to our phones without even thinking about it.
And once you see that, you cannot unsee it.
You really cannot. And here's the thing. There is actually a phrase for what we are doing when we scroll through our phones on autopilot like that. A really specific, really useful phrase. It is called scroll mindlessly. We will break it down properly in our word tour later, but keep that phrase in mind as we keep going.
Because the opposite of scrolling mindlessly is what Priya does, and what we are going to talk about next.
And trust me, the solution is so simple. It almost feels like cheating. So after I heard Alex's story about Priya, I decided to try it myself. Just for 1 week. No pressure, no big commitment.
What did you actually do?
Step 1. I moved my phone to the other side of the room before I went to sleep. Not in a drawer, not face down on the nightstand, across the room. On the dresser.
That is further than I expected.
Because if it is within arm's reach, I will reach for it. I know myself. So I made it physically inconvenient.
Friction. You added friction.
Exactly. And you know what happened the first morning? My alarm went off. I had to actually get out of bed to turn it off, and I was already standing up. The hardest part of the morning was done.
That is almost too clever.
I felt like I had tricked myself in the best way. And then, step 2. I drank a glass of water. That is it. Just water. I had left a glass on my nightstand the night before.
Simple.
So simple. And while I was drinking it, I asked myself one question, just one. What is the one thing I must do today?
Not a list. Not a plan. One thing.
One thing. And here is what surprised me. It took less than 30 seconds. My brain already knew the answer. It just needed a quiet moment to say it.
Because when your brain is not being bombarded with information, it can actually think.
It can actually think. And that one thing became like a compass for the whole day. Even when things got busy and chaotic, I kept coming back to it. Did I do the one thing? Yes. Good day.
I love that metric. Did I do the one thing?
It is so freeing, because you are not measuring your whole day against a list of 47 tasks.
Not that anyone has ever had 47 tasks on the list.
Absolutely no one. But here's the part I want to add. Because this is English Up Podcast after all, I started saying my one thing out loud. In English.
Oh, I like this.
Just one sentence. Today, the one thing I must do is, and then I finish it out loud in English, standing in my room half asleep, holding a glass of water.
And that counts as English speaking practice.
That counts as English speaking practice. You know that feeling when your brain just gives up, like it is full and cannot take in one more thing? That is basically what cognitive load feels like. And speaking out loud, even one sentence, actually activates a different part of your brain. It wakes you up faster too.
So you are protecting your mental clarity and practicing English at the same time.
2 birds, 1 glass of water.
I love that. And the English sentence does not have to be perfect, right?
Not even close to perfect. The point is not grammar. The point is intention. You are telling your brain, in a second language, what matters today. That is a powerful thing.
It is like you are being intentional about 2 things at once. Your day and your English.
And neither one takes more than 5 minutes.
Okay, so I tried a version of this too. And I want to share what happened because it did not go perfectly at first.
Tell us.
So, the first morning, I moved my phone, I drank my water, I said my one thing. Felt great. Very proud of myself.
As you should.
Second morning, I forgot to move my phone the night before. Woke up, phone was right there, and before I even registered what I was doing, I was already reading a message.
Oh, that is so real.
And I felt this wave of, I failed. I ruined it. The whole thing is pointless now.
But that is the trap, right? That all or nothing thinking.
Exactly. And then I remembered something. The goal is not perfection. The goal is just showing up more often than not. So I put the phone down, drank my water, said my one thing. 3 minutes late. Still counted.
Still counted. That is so important.
Because we wear ourselves out trying to be perfect about habits. And that exhaustion is what makes us quit.
You do not have to set the tone perfectly. You just have to set it.
Even a slightly wobbly tone is better than no tone at all.
I am putting that on a mug. A slightly wobbly tone is better than no tone at all.
Please do.
Okay, and here is your think time right now. What is the one thing you would say out loud tomorrow morning? Not your whole to-do list, just one thing.
Drop it in the comments. Seriously, just one thing we want to know. And if you want to say it in English, even better. We will be reading every single one.
And if you are listening right now, and this is resonating, pause for just a second. Think about your own version of this. What is the one tiny change you could make tonight before you go to sleep? Maybe it is just moving your phone a little further away.
That is all it takes to start.
And hey, if this episode is giving you something useful, this is the moment. Hit that like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps us keep making episodes like this one. We mean that.
We really do. Every like, every comment, it tells us you want more of this. And we want to keep showing up for you.
Okay, so we have talked about why those first 5 minutes matter. And we have talked about what to do with them.
But now it is time for the part where we actually give you the words to talk about all of this in English.
The part I personally look forward to every single episode.
She says that every time.
Because I mean it every time.
What is one small thing you want to try tomorrow morning? Drop it in the comments right now. We read every single one.
And speaking of small things that make a big difference, it is time for our word tour. 5 phrases to help you talk about mornings, focus, and intention like a natural English speaker.
Let's slow it down.
All right, word tour time. 5 phrases from today's episode. Let's go.
Number 1.
Number 1. Scroll mindlessly. To scroll mindlessly means to swipe through your phone without any real purpose. You are not looking for anything specific. You are just going.
This is basically my entire Tuesday morning 3 weeks ago. I opened my phone to check the time and 40 minutes later, vending machines.
The vending machines. We will never forget the vending machines.
They were very interesting vending machines for the record.
Say it with me. I scroll mindlessly when I'm bored.
Your challenge. Notice the next time you do it. Just notice. That awareness is already a win.
Number 2. Set the tone. To set the tone means to establish the mood or direction for something, like a whole day, a meeting, or even a conversation.
Remember when I said those first 5 minutes decide how your whole day feels? That is exactly what setting the tone means. You are choosing the direction before the day chooses it for you.
And most of us are letting our phones set the tone instead.
Which means someone else's algorithm is deciding how your morning feels. That is a strange thought.
Say it with me. A quiet morning sets the tone for the day.
Try using this one at work. Let's set the tone for this meeting. Instant professional energy.
Number 3. Cognitive load. This is the amount of mental effort your brain is using at any given moment. Think of it like RAM on a computer.
When you scroll mindlessly first thing in the morning, you are filling up that RAM with other people's content. And then, when you actually need to think, there is no space left.
Your brain is already running 15 tabs.
And one of them is definitely a video about vending machines.
I feel personally attacked by this word. It is describing my entire life.
Good. That means it is working.
Say it with me. Too much information increases your cognitive load.
Use this phrase and people will think you have a psychology degree. You are welcome.
Number 4. Intentional. To be intentional means to do something on purpose, with a clear goal in mind. not by accident, not on autopilot.
This is the word that describes everything Priya does in the morning. She does not just wake up and react to the world. She decides, on purpose, what gets her attention first.
And that is such a different energy from just drifting into the day.
Drifting versus deciding. I love that contrast.
Being intentional does not mean being rigid. It just means you are the one holding the wheel.
Even for 5 minutes. That counts.
Say it with me. I want to be more intentional about my mornings.
Your challenge? Say this sentence out loud tomorrow, before you touch your phone. In English, that is your practice for the day.
And number 5, first thing in the morning. This phrase means immediately, after waking up. The very first moment of your day.
It sounds simple, but how you use it matters. First thing in the morning, I check my phone, versus first thing in the morning, I drink a glass of water. Same time, completely different day.
This is basically the whole episode in one phrase.
It really is. And it is such a natural, native-sounding phrase. People use it all the time in real conversation.
Say it with me. First thing in the morning, I drink a glass of water.
Use this phrase when you talk about your new habit, in English. In the comments, we want to hear it.
Okay, so here's what I am taking away from today.
Tell me.
Those first 5 minutes are not small. They are actually the most powerful window of your entire day. And for most of us, we have been giving them away without even realizing it.
And the fix is not dramatic. It is not a 5 a.m. makeup call or a 2-hour morning routine. It is just one glass of water. One question. One sentence in English.
That is it. That is the whole thing.
Simple is the point. Thanks, Priya.
Thanks, Priya. Okay, we want to hear from you. Tell us in the comments, what is the one thing you are going to do first thing in the morning tomorrow? Say it in English if you can. We read every single one and we genuinely love hearing from you.
This is Alex.
And this is Emma, and you have been listening to English Up Podcast.
Take care of that brain of yours. It is doing a lot for you.
And hey, your English journey does not stop here. We have more episodes waiting for you right on this screen.
Pick one and keep going. We will see you there.